Use a burlap bag on him. Come on, I don't think he's gonna see me.
I mean, I think Siegfried has a few pouches or like bags. So yeah.
I mean, sorry, I assumed. DM, I want to ask, like, will snatching barkeep prove to be challenging to us? Will we need to make some rolls?
Challenging for you to kidnap the barkeep. The physical act, no, will not be challenging.
It's a quirk.
Explaining it to the city guard, though, might be.
Shh, I'm lurking.
Yo, lurker. Yeah, that's a fair point.
Roll me gossip and common knowledge empire.
Gossip and common knowledge was that?
Yep. One or the other.
Only one person, or all of us can try?
Anyone.
Okay, which is higher?
Oh, that works. Siegfried. You've heard this tavern. I'll get the name of it again so I can
It was just like
get it right.
The Sword of Mace or Mason Shield or something.
Sword and Flail.
Oh, that was it. Yeah.
It's Guardsman Tavern. Watchmen, gate guards, mercenaries.
It's a bad idea to grab that dude.
Yes.
This makes it seem like yeah.
Likely, the reason that the main room doesn't have any furniture, which you wouldn't know, but whatever, is because the innkeeper stopped, or the tavern keeper stopped replacing furniture because it was getting too expensive.
Yeah, Fight Club. Official one also.
Barroom brawl.
I mean, yeah, it's not really Fight Club as much as there's a lot of brawls.
Yeah, in that sense, yeah.
Like, yes, there's probably betting involved when it happens, but it's not like underground, like Core Night Fight Club. It's just people getting drunk and beating the shit out of each other.
Okay. Then I would vote for just taking the witness and hightailing it to the Temple of Sigmar. I thought about like just knocking the barkeep out and like locking the place from the inside, but I think we should just, keep focus on one objective, on the main objective, to be honest.
Yeah, I think I'm agreeing with that.
Let's get this dude to the temple then.
Oh yes, that'd go well.
So I recommend arson because I'm me. As a GM, you probably shouldn't do that, but
yeah, burning down evidence.
Oh no, just well, I mean, yes, but also just for the hell of it, burn down a tavern.
Okay.
Did it come up because you guys didn't search the upper floor? But they have a room set up with peepholes so you can see inside of it, where all of the furniture is, like, the furniture and the doorway and stuff is all nailed upside down. And so when people get shit-faced, they throw them in the drunk room, is what they call it. So you wake up from your blackout, like, massive hangover, and you look around and you're stuck on the ceiling.
Nice.
That's
Fun.
Kinda
And the people
hilarious, actually.
or to watch the people try to, or watching the people trying to get back onto the floor. Yes,
that's hilarious, actually.
you are, for the most part, not even for the most part, you're effectively unmolested on your way back to the Temple of Sigmar.
Yeah, we are doing like Secret Service shit of protecting the witness.
Like, you'd at least Siegfried would know that that would actually be a bad idea.
What would be a bad idea? Sorry.
And acting like Secret Service level of like witness protection.
Oh yeah, that'd be super bad. Very, very noticeable is the issue.
Fair.
Exactly. Whereas if you guys are just like carrying your drunk buddy back to the temple, then
Yeah, that's a little bit more inconspicuous.
Yeah, fair point. I mean, fucking, I should remember that as I did the Assassin's Creed disappearance last time.
I will say, he is malnourished, like hungry and thirsty because they haven't been giving him food or water, but he's not injured. Other than a couple bruises and that kind of stuff from being kidnapped, but they haven't been like carving him up or anything.
Alright. Well, I can... Don't worry, you're gonna get fed and water at the temple. There are gonna be priests there very interested in what you said to us.
You'll just kind of nod, and is willing to go along with you guys to do his part.
You may well be able to stop a civil war.
Do your duty for the Empire.
So yeah, we just head back to the Temple of Sigmar.
Yes. And I won't say he was expecting a witness, but the High Capitular, like, this is, like, the best evidence that you guys could have found is a fucking witness.
Yeah. I mean, what can I say? We get shit done. Pardon the language, how do you call that, like, officially, like, your grace, your majesty, your... whatever, like, basically...
Your holy ship.
Your holy ship, yeah. And I assume that even if protests are still ongoing, we do remember where was the secret entrance to the temple. I mean, the side entrance that the witch hunter led us through.
Roll me intelligence.
Oh my fucking god.
No, you remember where it's at.
Zach, please.
I was about to say, it's not even been a day.
Zach, please. Okay.
Well, you go, and you don't quite remember which door it is when you first look around, but Siegfried still knows where it's at, because... whatever.
Back, my phone just died. I need to grab the charger.
Alright.
Actually, Donut is... What's Siegfried's base intelligence right now?
His base? Are we referring to his base intelligence? Or...
No, sorry, like after advancements, like the current, like, total.
His current total is 27.
Ah, okay.
But that's because of also the -6 that he's suffering from that chaos mutation. Otherwise, it'd be a base of 33.
Okay, so without mutation, you are slightly smarter than Rolf. Alright, Siegfried is slightly smarter than Rolf.
This is not something I ever expected anyone to say. Siegfried is slightly smarter than anyone.
I mean, we just need to get that mutation off of you.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of getting worried, like, how close the more sleep advent is.
I give it a week.
I think you got like a week.
Okay, cool. So I am right. That's terrifying.
I'm just. I haven't been keeping super on track, but it's 2 weeks from Talabheim, and you guys have basically fucked around for a week.
Yeah. Anyway, so we ate the Temple of Sigmar, and we say we have a witness. Or supposed to be asked for the High Priest here.
But yeah, they take you right to him.
Tell the High Priest what you told us.
Yeah, and he will. I just don't feel like repeating it
Yeah, that's
again.
fair.
I'm
That's
going
fair.
to again soon.
I mean, that's fair. I don't think a single witness is going to be. Are we sure that a single witness will be enough to convince people that this witch hunter is in fact innocent?
We simply have to convince one person. The judge.
Let's just hope he is not against Sigma rights.
Which, well, there's a panel of judges, is what it is.
In that case, let's hope they're not against us Sigma rights. Otherwise, no preparation in the world is gonna allow us to convince him he's innocent.
Yeah.
It looks like he has a panel that's okay. Here we go. The panel is headed by Commander Ulrich Schutzman of the Town Guard.
Okay.
Oh, we worked
And
with
the
that
other
guy.
members of the panel are Avina Klug, High Priestess of the Temple of Verena at Mindenheim. Eberhard Richter, First Law Lord of Mindenheim. Eric Carlsbad, Second Law Lord of Mindenheim. Hans Brucker, Third Law Lord of Mindenheim. Oh, and the Third Law of Mindenheim. Okay. So, those 5, or 4. And the prosecution is Leibniz. And the defense is Werner Stolz.
Well, I guess we'll have to hope that our witness convinces at least one of them then.
Actually, sorry I interject as a out of character. Have we told the Sigmarites that, that there were Chaos Spawn servants? Obviously, they were turned by poison, but they were inside the Temple of Ulrich, and essentially the way that the priest guy played it out, that, hush hush? Or have we not mentioned it at all?
Didn't you mention it to the Well, you mentioned it to the High Capitular knows because you mentioned it to the witch hunters.
Yeah, I think we were surprised. I think we were surprisingly open about the investigation to the Sigmarite witch hunters.
Yes, they were happy to learn everything that you said about that.
I mean, to be fair, it looks like it's coming in fucking handy because the Ulricans are now fucking trying to establish a coup. So. That was an amazing amount of foresight.
Okay, I'm back.
All right.
So we
Yeah, other than that, see if we lost. Is there anything else that you feel that we should be on the lookout for now that we have time before the trial?
The key is I'm going to need you guys' help.
You will have it.
First off, would you three be willing to stand witness yourselves? I won't force you.
I guess.
I do not think that I would be in the best position to. Well, I'm technically still a soldier. I imagine that they would assume that I am in fact a deserter at this point.
Honestly, you've probably been marked off as dead.
Yeah.
Out of character.
Yeah, no, Siegfried's also aware of that, but he's also probably aware that if it comes out to like he was a soldier of the Empire, he could probably be done for desertion.
Also true.
Yeah.
But it's we don't actually know where he's at anymore. So he's probably fucking dead.
Yeah.
After what happened to Taliban.
Are you sure you want to stand witness, Rolf?
I mean, not really, but also on the same hand, if I can find a way to verbally kick that fucking priest in the nuts, pardon my language, your holy ship, then
So,
yeah.
I will not ask the reason you keep yourself covered. If you stand witness, you will have to be uncovered.
That might be a problem.
Then perhaps it is best that I stand as witness.
I'm gonna look at you and be like, I'm the only one without any association.
Yes,
Shrug my shoulders.
Unfortunately, I imagine that the people of Middenheim are not going to appreciate an elf speaking on their matters.
I like how everyone's just ignoring the dwarf.
I mean, basically.
Yeah.
It's like, yep, we do not need him to speak first because no one's going to understand him.
Between that and being a slayer.
Yeah,
Well,
I
honestly, they might actually believe a slayer more because slayers are rather usually truthful. But I'm not sure a slayer would want to stand witness at the trial.
Plus, I mean, I guess the panel could procure help of a Imperial Dwarf for translation.
Pedra, would you be willing to dress yourself up like the high elves, the off one?
I'm gonna. If it is what must be done for the truth to come forth, then it is what must be done.
This is the way.
All owe me.
Take Kendra, dress up in fancy clothes, and just make sure you speak all fancy like. Any other?
I'd probably pass myself off as an adventurer who wandered off. I think that's fine.
That
Just-
sounds like a plan.
They'd be much more willing to believe a high elf than a wood elf.
Strange, because we are less likely to tell a lie, but that is what humans believe, and so be it.
It doesn't have to be done. It's just an idea.
If it is what you think will work best, then it is what I will do.
Fair enough.
I owe a life debt to this witch hunter. Therefore, I will pay it in kind.
We'll get you some fancy clothes. Because they still have basically a day. Because the trial is on the third day, so. The other case, though, is I will need you forward to escort Opfer to the trial.
We can
And
do
make
that.
sure you can get inside.
Sure, no problem.
You expect someone to try and make sure he can't attend?
I have my suspicions on this cult.
Then yes, we'll make sure he gets there safely.
I mean, out of character, we just learned that the tavern that guardsmen participate in, go to, is like, cover for current
Yeah.
cult.
Also, I might like to add, we have a terrible track record of keeping people alive. Keeping NPCs alive, so.
I don't know what you're talking about. No one has died on our watch.
I know, we're getting better. We saved a small chaos child. We couldn't save a normal child. Got mauled by fucking rats. But yes, yeah. We're going to try and keep him alive. And if nothing else needs to be done, then I suppose we can just rest for however long.
I actually wouldn't mind having more than few minutes of rest and nap.
That would certainly be nice.
I don't know if I deleted it. I was trying to see if I still had that kid's token.
Probably.
I don't see it.
It's disappeared just like that kid's corpse.
Oh, here we go. Found him.
Yeah, rip kid. Ugh. We truly tried.
Then Rolf stole his knife.
Which for some reason counted as a hand weapon.
Yeah, and then I wasn't using it anyway, so I just ejected it from inventory. I don't have it. Or maybe I gave it to someone, I cannot remember.
I can't remember.
It's like, man, I've had this knife for a while. Guess I really don't need it anymore. I'm not using it. Wait, didn't you steal that? Didn't you take it from that one kid we couldn't save? Oh yeah. Oh well.
And to be fair, apart from resting, Rolf has no other like thoughts, ideas to kill time with.
Yeah, I think
Until the
Siegfried.
escort.
Yeah, I think Siegfried's just wanting to rest until we go with the escort.
All right. Just looking. For whatever reason, it assumes that you're taking Opfer straight to the trial from rescuing him.
I mean,
For
maybe
whatever
there's
strange reason.
yeah, maybe the book assumed that players take like have little like that the rescue is like more like in the at the last possible moment.
Uh huh.
That's my guess.
All right. Did anyone? I don't think anyone here wanted to be any of the actual trial characters.
Yeah, I don't believe so.
I will just leave us with, well, not leave us, but I will simply put this picture in to Taryn Talabheim to help give the feel. And I have a surprise.
Oh,
Objection!
what is the surprise?
I gonna
music.
Ace Attorney music.
Oh,
Yeah. Didn't play it, but the moment Sinful said objection, I'm like, yeah, Ace Attorney.
I was like, I can't believe I was the only one that picked up with that right away.
So, with the High Capitular, a couple junior priests, yourself are, and the third witch hunter. Actually, no. I think both of them are staying at the temple because they are still wanted.
yeah.
But you all are taken. It is the Square of Marshals is where it's outside of, and so that is number 1. Wherever the hell that's at.
Of Marshall is free.
3? Oh, that's what I meant. Yes.
Yeah, Palace District.
The courthouse is near there. There's a bit of prep time in the morning where they get to meet with Johan. And as you all head into the courthouse, Herald announces the formal coming to the order of the proceedings. Commander Schutzman walks in with the other panel members behind him. The Deputy High Priest, Klaus Leibniz, comes in and all that. So, everyone shows up. Fuck it.
Yeah.
I'm trying to paraphrase. I'll just paraphrase it even more. With opening statements, Leibniz begins by laying out the evidence against Bauer, namely that he was found with forbidden chaos home on his person, which the watchman who found him can verify. The nature of the book could be sworn by experts of the Collegium Theologica. Werner Stoltz speaks for Bauer, noting that his years of faithful service to the Sigmar's church, his status as a witch hunter, and his membership of the Ordo Fidelis. As they begin to call up witnesses, various witnesses are interviewed by Leibniz and Stoltz. They call up Bauer, and Bauer himself tells his side of the story. The watchmen come up. They tell theirs, and at this point is when Siegfried is caught up. Yes, because you were in a group, there wasn't stuff happening.
Siegfried's been called up.
Yes.
Wait, I thought he wasn't going up.
Oh, wait, all right, not Siegfried. Hedra is being called up.
Yeah, I was about to say.
That's what it was. I had that backwards. To testify on, at the very least, the character of Bauer and the events that transpired, if you have information on that. Let's see. It gives you perhaps telling the crowd how he helped save you from the attack of the Beastmen, or the truth of the Chaos Cult operating beneath the sword and flail. And if you want to say stuff, you can. If you don't want to say stuff, you don't have to.
I'll just answer the questions and nothing really to add to it. Tell them what happened.
There's at this point, next after you, Stoltz produces Johann Opfer. His testimony backs up Bauer's story and yours in every detail. As a counter-witness, Leibniz calls up High Capitular Stoltz himself as a witness to stand, and asks him to verify that an icon of Sigmar was recently stolen from the temple. Stoltz does, and then Leibniz produces the icon, then turns it around to show the crowd the symbol of corn on its back, and asserts that the entire Church of Sigmar is infected by chaos.
Trudge there.
Let me think. So what was it you produced specifically?
Remember way back at the start, the Temple of Sigmar hired you to go check down this icon that got stolen?
Yeah.
Leibniz has the icon.
We didn't discover the icon, did we?
You found the frame.
Ah, okay.
And on the back of the icon is the mark of corn.
And where did we discover the frame again? It was
in the base of a Clan Eshin assassin.
Oh. I can only think that someone got there before us then in that case. Because why would they have the frame but nothing else? Or the frame was planted there.
It's a tarp.
Well, the remember the priest that it was stolen from was killed by the Clan Eshin assassin.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. But then why would they? Why
so
would they?
The Clan Eshin assassin stole the icon.
Yeah. It's like why would it? And when we went there was only the frame. There wasn't the icon itself.
However, the crowd of mostly Oricans does not take this as well as you. And the implication that the Church of Sigmar may be a chaos cult starts causing mass hysteria. Commander Shootsman, ending the trial abruptly, orders the troops in to restore order, while the dignitaries retreat to the place. Maybe it means palace?
Yeah, I was about to have Siegfried shout out something, but yeah, if there's mass hysteria, it's probably not going to be heard.
Nope. The crowd's surging forth, seemingly intent on ripping apart any Sigmarite they can get their hands on.
Okay.
You guys who were hanging out with the Sigmarites, among them, will likely have to fight your way out, in the sense that, like, not actually have to roll anything, but you're going to be bashing some heads.
Yeah.
Hopefully non-lethally, but...
Yeah, Siegfried doesn't want to kill Imperial citizens.
Oh, Rolf just got back. So you missed that, Rolf.
I mean, I'm hearing there's a riot happening.
Yes.
Some bad
So
shit
the
is
riot
going on.
happening because Klaus Leibniz, the Deputy High Priest of Ulrich, as a piece of evidence, revealed that he has the icon of Sigmar that was stolen from the Temple of Sigmar. And that on the back of it is the Mark of Khorne. And then he claimed that the Church of Sigmar is in fact a chaos cult.
If you recall, we only found the frame.
I remember. I was like, yeah, I wonder where the other items are.
Yeah, which is a little bit suspicious.
I just, as a player, wish to have a chance to shoot that fucker in the face.
So yeah. So we're currently in the middle of a riot, essentially. So what happens from here?
Manager Shootsman shouts out orders that the trial and everyone associated with it should withdraw to the safety of the palace. It is a few tense minutes, but you're able to push your way through. Meanwhile, from the crowd, you hear various shouts that Leibniz is mad, It's a plan to start a riot. That heresy, hang 'em all. Someone saying, I promised the kids there'd be a burning. Some people say down with Sigmar.
Well, shit.
How did he get the icon? We only came across part of it. In the middle
Reese
of
was murdered. It was stolen. I have a feeling it was planned.
That would imply that Urican High Priest is in fact conspiring with the Skaven.
What do you think's more likely? Someone who's bloodthirsty for war, willing to conspire with anything to get it done?
Or he's an opportunistic bastard. But either option for me is like he is an arrow through a face or a bullet.
As much as I agree, he'll just be made a martyr. We need to disgrace him.
Well, I don't have any better ideas for now.
Let's return to the Temple of Sigmar, convene and figure out what's going to be happening from here on.
Let's see. Well, inside the palace, the judges and the other principals of the trial are trying to absorb the bombshell that Leibniz dropped. The icon is on open display, they're closely guarded, and experts for the Collegium Theologica are summoned to verify its authenticity. You have the opportunity to examine it yourself, so long as you do not get too close or touch it. And, as Leibniz claimed, the reverse does indeed bear the symbol of the Crimson Skull.
I mean, one.
The atmosphere is tense.
Who's to say that the symbol was there before? Like, who knows where that icon was? Anyone could have added it. Two.
Where-
How Leibniz found the icon? It was stolen.
It was. We found the frame in the lair of a rat-like beastman. How did he get the icon?
I mean, my memory is like not great, but didn't we give the frame to Schutzmann, the watch commander? Because he ordered us to do the investigation the first time.
Yes, and he gave it back to the Temple of Sigmar.
Which would mean that the Temple of Ulrich. Okay, yeah. Which means there's a slight. I don't know what quite the link is, but there's a link somewhere between the priest dying, the priest being killed who was carrying the icon, and it being now in the Ulrican's hands. Whether or not that was the assassin that killed the guy and then handed over the icon while taking the frame for itself. Maybe.
I mean, out of character, anyone has like good skills to determine if this is a forgery or not? Because I don't really have that great perception.
I don't think any of us are going to be able to do that, unfortunately.
From that, the icon itself is not a forgery. That was determined by the specialist from the college.
Fair.
I'm just trying to figure out how to... There's basically a rather long fight conversation / fight between Stoltz and Leibniz. I really don't feel like saying all of it.
Well, what's the gist of it?
Basically, the priestess of Verena's saying that it's devastating, and that even if it's proved false, the Empire will tear itself apart once word spreads. Wondering what Leibniz is doing by making it public, when Leibniz is mocking her for trying to suppress the truth. Stoltz mentions that it was that the icon was painted by some heretic who he hopes is dead now. Keep vile calumnium, my lord Sigmar, and destroy the Empire.
Are they talking about this in earshot of us?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because
they're having their own conversation, but you can't hear it.
Let me just quickly roll a willpower check, just quickly. Upon hearing the Orokin deputy high priest, Leibniz, essentially mocking Siegfried, is going, "You backstabbing bastard!"
Rolf puts a hand on Siegfried. What did you tell me about martyring the fucker? Actually, does it look like Siegfried was going to?
Not necessarily going to attack, but not necessarily draw a weapon. But okay. Siegfried starts to march forward to the guy.
To finish summarizing this, he basically says that the Grand Theodorus should have to step down, replaced by, of course, one of the untainted Tutogen Knights. Stoltz accuses him of ambition. Leibniz says that he's sure that Stoltz isn't involved, but he obviously won't be able to preach anymore, and can probably get him a job in the stables. And with that, he does look to you and be like, "Weren't you arrested for assisting in mutants? That is heresy as well, you know."
"I will hang you up by your insides, priest." "You're willing to throw the Empire into a civil war to satisfy your own ambition."
"I'm only trying to do what is the right thing to do."
"Then where did you get the icon? The priest was dead. Slain by a Skaven."
Yeah, I guess
from cultists.
I guess hushing up the chaos spawn inside your own temple was also, doing the right thing.
Of course, we could not let the panic go across the city. And as for where we got the icon, we got it from the cultists we captured, of course.
It wasn't carried on cultists.
The one that you freed.
It wasn't carried on a cultist. We found the frame in a Skaven lair. The one who killed the priest.
They must have been working together.
It sounds to me like you were working with this assassin.
Again, the so-called witch hunter that you freed had the icon.
And yet we had a witness that showed him trying to take down the cultists.
Oh, I'm sure that was some internal struggle. That was a different witch hunter. The one on trial was captured by the Watch. The one that was leading them was captured by the Orkins, and is the one that you freed. And that's the one he's claiming had the icon. However, basically, his conversation with Stoltz abruptly ends as Stoltz starts trying to choke him out, and they are basically pulled apart and dragged away to separate rooms that have been hurriedly prepared for them.
So I would have been half tempted to. But no, never mind.
Why?
After Stoltz and Leibniz have been retired for the night, arrangements are made to accommodate everyone else. As you're part of the entourage of the Sigmarites, you're accommodated in a range of rooms that have been set aside for your faction. You're all put up in a rooms normally used for servants of visiting dignitaries, because none of you are nobles.
Ah.
Yeah,
And
makes sense.
Julius is not here to claim to be a noble.
I mean, the self-proclaimed Duke.
Yeah.
Stoltz makes time to thank you for your actions, both today and previous, and that without Johann's testimony, Bauer might have already been burned.
And yeah, it still seems like that his little plan for ambition is going ahead.
We will.
What if it's not ambition?
Yeah, that's the question.
I'm gonna stop
isn't it?
everyone. Hold up my hand. What if it's not ambition? All this, lack of better terms, chaos and uproar started when we brought the skull back. What could have been a simple assassination could have been more complex. Didn't the priest claim that there was a demon inside the skull? Could that demon have possessed the priest and trickled down?
Siegfried looks to was it Schultz? Given that this is probably something that he's more knowledgeable on.
Doles.
It's just conjecture here, but
Well, that I was going to wait a bit to do it, but that leads into a knocking at the door.
Siegfried is going to rest his hand on his sword.
Yeah, weapons at the ready. We are already so fucking paranoid. Weapons at the ready.
We got a dude with a fucking gun. No, Rolf.
I suppose Siegfried then goes to open the door if nobody else is.
Standing at the door, holding something large wrapped in a cloth, is Father Ranoff of the Temple of Auric. In a low but urgent voice, "Yes, can I speak with you? This is very important."
Siegfried goes to open the door to let him in before shutting it as soon as he's in.
Yep. And once he's in, he will unwrap his burden to reveal a chest that you recognize. It is the same magical chest in which he put the brass skull for safekeeping when he brought it back to him from the tomb of the Chaos Champion.
Yeah.
Looks to you and says,
Sometimes I hate being right.
This thing must be destroyed. It's too dangerous to keep it around. Since you brought it back, I know I can trust you. Take this box to the Collegium Theologica and ask for Professor Albrecht Zweistein. Give him this note, it'll explain everything. Hopefully he'll know what to do.
Do you think this thing is responsible for how the Deputy High Priest has been acting?
Just a sec. I probably butchered some of that, but there you go.
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. Professor Albrecht Zweistein of the Collegium Theologica.
Yeah, you have fun with that one.
Where is it? Ah, 32. Okay, 32 is...
It's quite nearby.
Yeah, actually quite close. Okay, just to be sure, Leibniz doesn't know you handing this to us. I ask Father Ranulf.
Of note, one thing I forgot to mention that kind of forgot to mention now that I just saw. Johann Apfer is missing.
Oh, for fuck's sake. He disappeared
He
during
went
the riot?
missing- Yes.
Fuck.
That makes us 0 for 5 in keeping people alive.
I mean, to be fair, we did escort him to the trial.
Just once I'd like to save one person.
Can't disagree.
Where was he last sighted?
At the trial.
So,
Well, one theory is that Ulrichans, Leibniz, and his people grabbed him. In which case, if they
Bounty
didn't...
Priest,
What?
why would you have us bring this box and not yourself?
Oh yeah, that's fair.
It's auspicious
So-
you would have us do it.
To answer your last question as well, yes, he is in fact suspicious that the skull is controlling Leibniz after the stories that you guys told him about what happened with the skull. He is afraid that it's somehow taking control of him and using him to spread religious strife in Middenheim.
That would add up with what happened with Griffone and Siegfried, where Griffone was suffering a delusion.
And
I hate being right.
And to answer that question, because he's not a combatant, he's not a fighter, he couldn't defend it.
Understandable.
And being an Orcan, like, being suspicious of the Deputy High Priest, he can't really, because he has to stay near them to not potentially get murdered. Or accused of being a heretic and burned, kind of thing.
And what
Think
we
Yes.
pray to the gods of Empire that Collegium will know how to destroy this thing. It destroys the skull, and suddenly Leibniz will be back to normal.
Oh. Next page, Jay.